Rolling.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Our praises to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Give double honors to our elders and our apostles that taught us this truth. Salutes to all the sincere elect out there. Keep fighting. Now we're officially in the year of Jacob's trouble, apostates, sellouts, and agents. So the title of this video is "The Best Education."
Is Deletion.
Just been reflecting, reflecting on times and the time we're at now, right? The Jacob's trouble, we're in Jacob's trouble. It's official. So when you think about the time we're at, the conclusion that you come to when you just look around in your observations, your day-to-day travels, there's only one education, there's only one solution. Backing off one of my videos and also my previous videos this week, and also what one of the Dallas camp elders said. There's no education programs for these people. Everything's been used up. Education programs, rehabilitation programs, everything's been out there. Even on the left-hand side, he's been offering a lot of rehabilitation programs, re-education programs. Prison now is overrun.
Oh yeah.
Right, for all different types of things. You've got the pedos out there. Jake's involved in everything, and really we're focusing on Jake, but everybody's fair game in this video. Everybody's fair game, but we're kind of focusing on Jake because it's getting late now. You know what I mean? So read what you got, Baba Kushar.
This is Proverbs 8 and verse 1. It says, "Doth not wisdom cry and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth."
Yeah, wisdom talks about it's Sophia, that represents wisdom, right? And she be crying out in the streets.
Yeah.
And who's complied? Who's heard the cry? Those that are in the truth now. The one, and we're grateful for that. Lord willing, we endure to the end.
Yeah.
But we heard the cry, man, and we said, yeah, that sounds right. Some of us have tried different programs as well. A lot of us, even me and Brother Ratazar, at our early stage, our young age, we've been in some that Christian church. There's other things that brothers have got testimonies about. So we heard the cry, we identified it, and we complied. The best and when you look back now in hindsight, that's the best decision we've ever made. Well, we did. Well, let me say, the Wada for making the decision for us. The Most High. He made the decision for us. Lord willing, once again, that we're those men.
Yep.
And we believe we are.
Man's goings of the Lord.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs 8 and verse 2. It says, "She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city."
That reminds me of Isaiah, one of my favourite precepts, Isaiah 13. Go to the gates of the nobles. And we've got men in this truth that's come from different backgrounds, come into this truth and complied, and we're on that journey. The program, the education program, which is the only program that's really brought us up on a level, as far as spiritually and physically, because the more you ponder on the program compared to these other programs like jail, college, and they're all for their own purposes. They all lead
for the world,
and they how do you say, college is good, right? We're not knocking all these other programs. We call these drug rehabilitation centers. I know someone that was in one of them before, and it helped to a certain extent, because really they're just helping you to help yourself, really. Just putting, basically these drug rehabilitation centers, very much similar with the falsifier doctors that have been set up by the NHS or the community social services. They're really just helping you to have a program together for you to be disciplined, and you have to recognize that it comes from within you. They're just aids.
Like a little nudge.
A little encouragement.
Day by day.
They have what they call it, similar with Alcohol Anonymous. Where you have to go in, they have a circle, and I haven't been to none of them. I haven't been to none of them, but in Jehovah's Witnesses, people talk, and people have tried other little things
to show their feelings.
Yeah, you stand up, you say, which is the first step. You stand up and say, I am an alcoholic. You know, you have to be able to say that to yourself. You have to acknowledge, yeah. In other words, that you're acknowledging, yeah, I need help. I've got a problem and I need help. Yeah. But these can be effective programs. So we're not completely knocking them. But the program for life, how you say it, this kingdom has a deaf culture. If you want a program for a life, you need to get into the scriptures.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, read you. We're going to come back to that. Because that's a nice scriptures to read in Proverbs, because it goes into about wisdom and Sophia, which Sophia is the wife now, and Sophia is is our first love. But hold Deuteronomy 30 and get to some of those verses. Deuteronomy 30, some of the latter verses.
Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 30 and verse 19.
Yeah.
It says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
Yeah, and that's Moses, right? He'll be talking to the rebellious nation of Israel. After what we went through too, you know, in the spirit, we was there in the spirit, you know, and they was led by Moses, the prophet, given to make decision, or given an opportunity to make a decision, as you said there. Read that one again, 19.
This is Deuteronomy 30 verse 19.
Yeah.
It says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing.
Yep.
Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
Yep. Yeah. So that's the opportunity that we have today. You know, we took the bull by the horns, and we've none of us have looked back ever since. And I know, you know, it's worldwide too. The brothers that have took the bull by the horns, come into this truth, learned, made the comparison to some of the different roads that they've been down in this world, and we have never looked back. And I'm speaking for the brothers. I know I can confidently speak for those brothers too. We not look back, and we don't intend on looking back. Because why we say that confidently? We see what a lot of our associates, our former associates, how they've ended up.
Yeah, they've gone back to their vomit. You know, the scriptures say, you know, about. In fact, let me just get the precept quickly. You know, because when you fall away from the truth, you know, you're likened as a dog, or if he returns to his vomit, man. And that vomit is symbolic of the world, you know, and all the former ways of ignorance. So this is Proverbs 26 and verse 11. It says, as a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly.
Yep.
So of course your former state when you're in the world, you know, you're going through Christianity, Islam, whatever other Christian denominations, or whatever worldly ways of which you followed, you know, you're likened, you know, as being in a state of a fool, because, you know, you didn't know better. Of course, now that you know better, of course, you're expected to do better in terms of following the ways that Yahweh has instructed us to follow.
Yep.
So those of whom, you know, have been brought up, you know, of course, you know, by our apostles, you know, and elders, you know, at Great Millstone, you know, those individuals are used as examples for us, so that we know they'll return to the vomit, you know, keep going, you know, and of course, through the power of Yahweh Shai, we'll get that salvation that we're striving for.
Yeah, that word "fool," but there's another word that just comes to me. To continue to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. I've said this before.
Well, the definition of insanity.
That is the definition of insanity. I remember hearing that, and some things that stay with you.
Oh yeah.
In other words, you return back to your own vomit. That's to return to your own vomit is another way of saying that's foolish.
Correct.
Is the definition of insanity.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we don't have no reason. Everything we got, everything we need, past, present, and future. We learn the history. Right, we learn in the breakdown, which go into the prophecies. Everything you need, we learn in how to look after our bodies. Starting off with the basic things. Oh, yeah. The body is a temple. We learn in all these things. Everything you need from a program. If there was a program in the world, which there ain't, that was offering all what this program is offering, it would be rightly so. It will be priceless. Rightly so. So this is the program that is priceless. In other words, there's no price you can put on it.
Yeah.
Right? What do they do? I don't know. I've heard stories, but people that go to college, a lot of them end up in debt for life, don't they? People that
They're
over there in America. I've heard stories over there in America.
Here in the UK as well. In the UK as well, because after you go to university and after you've graduated, of course, if you don't land a job or get the income that you need to pay off the debt, you're gonna be trying to pay it off little by little, man. Apparently, I think from the last time I remember, it was like 9%. If you earn over a certain threshold, which is a certain amount, it's like 27,000. But it could have changed by now. But the point is, students carry debt until they pay it back.
The point is that it costs. It costs. So that's just things to reflect on. For us that are in this truth, that's why we look at we measure up the pros and cons, and we know when you wake up in the morning, you say, "What do you hold about Shimmer and Shine for giving me what you've got after the things that we've been through, right?" And every brother's got their testimonies, which we may get into, we may not in this video, but Lord willing, it's a straight forward video, straightforward and to the point, so that brothers can understand. Where are you?
I'm in Deuteronomy. I'll read it again. This is Deuteronomy 30:19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death.
That's the point right there. Yeah, because the Most High is offering us life. That's why we took it with both hands. This world is a death culture. Making the observation, back to the title of this video, the best education program is this truth. Right? And for the 2/3, the best education program is deletion. Because that's the only every other option has been exhausted. He has used up his options with, what do they call it? They got a word for ninjas now.
YNs.
Yeah, there's another one. Toxic something. What is it?
Toxic ninjas.
Some. Anyway, basically they're fed up in
toxic masculinity.
No, that's not the one.
No, that's not.
But the term that a lot of these up there in America, the Bible belts that they have for ninjas. The nickname they got. They call them ninjas.
Yeah.
But there's a word, something about YN something. Anyway.
YN means
basically they've used up all their options. They're fed up with ninjas because ninjas are wicked, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, read 20. Carry on and read up to 20.
Yeah.
Because once you've had this truth or you've been offered this truth, that really says something about you, and you reject it. As one of the brothers was saying, man, we fed up with ninjas, man. You understand? Now, if it was there's a scripture that just come to my mind. If it was another nation, if it was an offer to another nation, they would accept it. If you can look up that scripture, Baba Kushar.
Well, the re-education program.
If this truth was offered to another nation, they would accept it. While you're looking at, let me see if I find it as well. If this truth was, if the Most High stretched out his hand to another nation, they would embrace it. Something to that effect. But see what happens if you look for it. And I've got something else in my mind to look for as well. If it comes to me, Lord willing. Yeah, it's come to me. So yeah, something just come to me. Romans chapters, I think it's 10 and 19. Let me see if I get the dust of discernment. I ain't ready for a little while. Yeah. Romans chapters 10 and 19 says, but I say, did not Israel know first? Moses said, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are not no people, and by a foolish nation I will anger you. Yeah, that's why we're seeing, that's why we're frustrated now. That's why we get mad now. Mere oppression maketh a wise man act crazy, because we see these nations excelling over us. Deuteronomy 28. It's to make us jealous. Everything that they've got, for the most part, we know it's most are slowly taking it away from them. That's the curse is going upon them. But everything they've got, they've had. What we didn't have was divided households, Oh yeah, they promised us 2 acres and a mule. They didn't come. They didn't keep that promise. What happened to the Native American Indians? The was it called the land grabs? There was something called land grab where they just go. We had farms. Yeah. We had everything we needed where they went over to the Native Americans' lands, particularly in Florida's and up there in the North Americas, and just took their land grabbing, the that's right to land.
So look, that's why they had to, shift them towards reservations.
Yeah.
Certain of I forgot. There's certain names within God that were the leaders of certain tribes. I forgot the name of maybe it could have been Crazy Horse.
All right.
But one of them, he was pushed towards a reserve, and he kept rebelling towards Esau Edom, the point is, God didn't like the fact that Esau took his land. That's really it.
Yeah.
So they were pushed up.
So we had everything, man. Everything we needed, man. But we went off because we didn't appreciate, and as you say, the so-called Native American Indians. Yeah. The reason mainly is why they lost everything is because they started to worship the creation, and not the creator.
That's true.
So that's when the curses came in upon us. Did you read 20 of verses Deuteronomy 30? Read 20.
Yeah, I'll read that.
Abu Kushar.
So this is Deuteronomy 30 and verse 20.
Yeah.
It says that thou mayest love the Lord Yahweh thy power, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life and the length of thy days.
Yep. There you go. He's our life. That's life. That word life is what he offered us. He offered us life. This world offered us, and not the opposite to that. And I'm just to speak a bit of code here. I use the word, it would have ended up with deletions, which it did, which is the title of this video. Yeah, carry on in that. But we chose wrongly, and now up to this day, the place is going to be filled, as we're going to get those scriptures, with more deletions. Jacob's trouble has started, which if we lead into prophecy in this particular video, but I wanted to hit that point. I was just meditating on something that the elders said. I kind of like framed it in my mind. It made a lot of sense. He said, "There's no more solutions. The solutions have been all used up for the 2/3 ninjas, man. That's why even Esau's. That's when you hear about all these prophecies and you hear about Trump calling them a-hole 2/3 countries, right? You hear about that's the word that he used, a-hole 2/3 countries." And another thing he said, I think I might have screenshotted it.
One of his tweets.
One of his tweets. And our brother done a video on it, but let me pull it up. Let's see if I find it. One of his latest tweets. There it is. The whole civilization, right? And even just based on his tweets, you could do a 10-minute, 15-minute video on it. With the topic of Jacob's trouble. Oh, is that the phone going on? Yeah. Because it's like screenshotted. Let me just read it. It says, this is from Trump, his tweet. It says, the whole civilization will be deleted tonight, never to be brought back again, right? He's
proud.
That's that proud speech. He's higher than his fellow. What's that?
Stout.
He's more stout than his fellow.
Yeah.
And here's an example here. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Because I think there's another word you might use. Intimidation talk.
Oh
yeah. But it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionary, wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of exhortation. Trump's using that word. Is that the right word there? Years of extortion,
yeah.
corruption, and deletion will finally end. And then he comes out with more blasphemy. God bless great people of Iran. Right? So, yeah. Now, when we hear about these types of threats, which is executed, that guy, was it Nicolas Maduro? Where was it? Venezuela.
Yeah.
So he's talking like this, and a lot of they're saying there's a ceasefire for 2 weeks. The Iranians are saying, and they was anticipating and they're hoping, because a lot of them over there in Israel too are on the streets. So they're saying we would really, we embrace that, we hope that, but that leads us into other prophecies, which kind of back that up about peace. Good to talk about that when they start saying peace and safety, and also he will I tell you what, it's leading us into this topic. Let's hit Daniel, and then we just want to make the point. Daniel chapters 8, and let's just read it. Daniel chapters 8. I think it's around 21 and 22.
Alright, so this is,
because it's on the point what we're talking about. We're talking about the only solution for ninjas, or the best solution for ninjas, is deletion. And Jacob's trouble is here. Rumors of war is actually war now. It's not just rumors, it's war. It's kicked off, as they say, as the football hooligans say. It's all kicking off out around here, and it's kicked off. It started.
Even Salaki for that. Even Poland as well is preparing, man. There's news on Poland preparing for war as well. Of course, anyone who has, just keeping things simple, Germany has had quite a strong hand, when it comes to invading Poland. I think it was around World War II. Yeah, I believe it was World War II. So of course, is that things are being replayed out again, man. So you got war stirring up over there in the Middle East.
Yep.
US and Iran. US and Israel, of course, invading Iran. Their officials, dead.
Yep.
And of course, that's triggering them as well.
Yep.
As well as some other, the energy infrastructures are being targeted too. But then you got Poland that's preparing. You got Russia and Ukraine. You got China and Taiwan. So it's a lot that's going on. Prophecy is rolling out fast, man.
As they say, popping off like popcorns, as our elder Rakar he say.
That's it. Yeah.
So it's kicked off. It's not no longer rumors of war. It's gonna happen. I wonder, as our elders and their elders were saying. Our elders are apostles. Our elders and apostles and their elders were speaking about from the 1969, around that time, 1969 to 1970s. Elder, High Priest Rabbi Abba Bibbins, King Marsha, King Yaiqua, who kicked it off, and who else? High Priest Arya. Yeah. So their elders was warning of this time, and we're in that time now. So Daniel 8, let's read a little bit into this. Daniel 8 and read from around 3.
It says Daniel 8 and verse 3. It says, "Then I lifted up mine eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram, which had 2 horns, and 2 horns were high."
Yeah, the ram represents the Medo-Persian Empire. It
said 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high, but one was higher than the other. And the higher came up last.
So the one that was higher than the other was what represents the Persian Empire. It had dominance over the Medo Empire. That just represents its dominance. Read on.
Verse 4, "I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand."
Bit of history here. That's it goes into about the goat. It mentions about the goat. Now we're reading in 4 at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, the ram.
Yeah, go on. The ram. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they both represent Alexander the Great anyway. But yeah, carry on. Read it. Read 4 and then read 5 too.
Daniel 8 and 4. It says, "I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there any."
Yeah, that's Alexander the Great. You mentioned the ram?
Yeah.
Yep.
It says, "Neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand.
Yep.
But he did according to his will.
Yeah.
And became great.
Yep. Alexander the Great, the GOAT, which he spearheaded, and he's known for his. That's why. When you hear, if you heard about the first you've heard of Alexander the Great, probably at school, that your teacher made mention of him. The name Alexander the Great is because he went around and he conquered other nations. Specifically, I remember, which I fact checked it, was the Tyrese nation, the Tyre nation, which he had that sieged. His men sieged that for around about 8 years, and eventually they burned it down. Tyrese nation. So that's all up there in history. So read 5 again, Baba Kusha.
This is Daniel 8 and verse 5. It says, and as I was considering, behold, an he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth, and touched not the ground, and the goat
that represents swift. Touch not on the ground, which represents speed and swiftness. And he got around very quick, which is really the prophecies why he was able to do that. So did you finish 5?
No, not yet. So, Daniel 8 and 5 says, and as I was considering, behold, an he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth, and touched not the ground, and the goat had a notable horn between his eyes.
So So jump down. Let's get to the point. Just wanted to touch on jump down to 25. That's the point, because you had the leaders of those days which ruled with an iron hand. Isaiah 10. He said that he was swift and he went around conquering. He ruled with an iron hand. Ruthless and fearless. Yep.
Daniel 8,
25.
and verse 25, it says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
Through his policies. Rule or ruin. That was one of his quotes or his philosophies. Rule or ruin. And when I read that quote, matter of fact, I'll read it again. When you have that in your mind, someone whose root has the same attitude as Alexander the Great, the whole civilization will be deleted tonight. Is that not ruthless?
Yeah.
You know, they similar spirit with that Alexander the Great, or otherwise known as that horn.
Yeah.
Right, that ruthless horn that conquered all around the world. Specifically, the more you get into history, the more you see how ruthless he was. Right. Will be deleted tonight. That was his spirit. I'm going to take it now. I want it now.
Clear.
Tonight. There's a saying in the harder they come. If you see, it's an old movie, a Benjamin movie. The harder they come. Jimmy Cliff, he sang the song. The harder they come, the harder they fall. What I know, but there's a lot of, as we was watching a little bit of some of these old school rap singers and stuff, and picking out some of these gems, hidden gems, or which the Most High revealed them to his prophets.
Yeah.
And in that movie, The Harder They Come, Jimmy Cliff, the singer, was singing that song. The harder they come, the harder they fall. What I know, just like what's happening with all these other kingdoms, the ancient Babylonians, the Medes, the Persians, the revived Romans. They was hard, tough, but they fell down. They was heavy or big, and they fell heavy.
Great was the fall.
So in the movie, right, he was putting some money away, right, or his wife was putting some money away, and he said, "You Christians, I always talk about milk and honey up in the sky. No milk and honey up in the sky. It right down here. I want it now, tonight." Right, that's the spirit of Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
I know they got that. They put it in the movie, but they got that from the typical Edomite spirit. Didn't not Esau say that to the brother Jacob? Give me it. No, I want it. No.
Oh yeah, the stew.
The red stew.
Yeah. Stop
teasing me with it. Give me it. No, I don't business about no birthright. I want it.
Made a foolish decision.
Right.
Sold his birthright.
But anyway, he's pulled back because he made that, as you say, that was a presumptuous speech.
Oh yeah.
Let me just finish it. As a matter of fact, you read it. Just finish off. Read the head. Read all of it.
So again, a tweet from Donald Trump. It says a whole civilization will die tonight. It says never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen.
Yep.
It says, but it probably will.
If Alexander the Great or Nero.
Yeah,
Nero. But you could put him in the same category as Pharaoh, Alexander the Great, Tyrese. All those kings were, and all the others are mentioned in Daniel 2 and also in Daniel 8. The ancient Babylonians, the Medes and the Persians, all of those had the same spirit. They're never going to fall, and they want it now, tonight. And they did have it. They ruled, and it was about rule or ruin. That was the mentality of all these kings, Pharaoh included. Yeah. And if they could have deleted all of the Israelites in Egypt, they would have. But obviously, the Most High always has remnants that He spares.
Yep. Yeah. It says, I don't want that to happen, but it probably will.
Yeah.
However, now that we have complete and total regime change, we're different, smarter and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen.
Yeah.
Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people.
Right. So that's just giving you the idea, the spirit. It's about rule or ruin. Comply, my way or the highway. You've heard that before.
That was on 7th April as well.
Come on. So that was that's a fresh quote, and I've got others, but for time's sake, let's get back to Daniel and just read 25 again. We're bringing in a little bit of prophecy, and it fits in with the title of the video as well, because really it's just highlighting that we're in that time now. This is the solution to the problem. For those that are in this program, it's about life, and those that are in the world, there is no solutions. It's a deletion. It's about deletions. Yep.
Daniel 8 and 25, it says, and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart.
Did you read is that 25?
Yeah, that's 25.
Alright, can't. Yeah.
It says, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
Yeah, because after that quote, what are you hearing now? There's a peace solution, as you might say, pull back for 2 weeks. When you just
the ceasefire.
Yeah, the ceasefire, which is really he's just throwing. It's like double speech. Soon as after you made that speech, rule or ruin, comply, my way or the highway. Just wanted to shake them up to see what they would do. But now he's talking. Right. Say what you're saying.
Yeah, I was just saying. He's talking about Lebanon. He says, there was a quote that was mentioned. There's a lot of stuff going on
because this man is losing his mind. He's just frightened. They call him emotional treating.
Because Lebanon wasn't really part of the original deal, so US is trying to touch that. But of course, the original deal was the ceasefire between US, Israel, and Iran. So but now they want to add Lebanon into the picture now. But Esau's just trying to. Esau's showing his horns. That's the thing. The beast shall hate the whole. This is all just a warm up to that. At the end of the day.
Yeah. So this is the program we're talking about, and this is the solution that the Most High brought. This. Remember, He's behind this. The King's heart is in the hands of the Lord.
Yeah. So
it's really for you ninjas, because you have to get deleted too. He wants you out of the way. He's tired of you now, right? Just like that's why he's using the left hand sword, and that also goes for all the other nations. When we talk about the best solution for these people, 2/3 and these people, is deletion. Let's go back to where we were in Proverbs chapters 8, and then after that, to end it off, if there's still time, we can get into some of my favorite precepts by Book of Shah, Psalms 110 as well, from the top. But if there's still time, that is.
Proverbs chapter 8, starting from verse 1, it says, doth not wisdom cry and understanding put forth her voice.
Yeah, so we got back on where we left off. Right, this is a warning. The cry is the warning, just like they have the sirens. World War One, World War Two, there was always warnings. Now's the time to get into the bunkers. It's going to pop off. It's all kicking off. So this is the sirens going off on the right hand side in righteousness to our people. And if we're in the truth, stay in the truth. Right? I like to say, which I got this saying from Elder Apostle Rakar, and I like it. Keep your medicine strong. Stay in your, do what you do. Do all the things that you can do, and what you can't do. Ask the Most High to help you to do.
Keep pushing.
Stay in your lane. Keep the medicine strong. And if you're on the fringes, get more deeper, as one of the elders brothers be saying. Get involved. And for those that are not in the truth, the Most High is going to make a difference. I tell you what, let's get it. Shall we get it?
For sure.
Is it Malachi? I think it's Malachi 3. Okay, and then come back to the Proverbs 8. Malachi 3, I think it's 16. Get the dust off that. Because we're hearing a lot about these other, what they call them, paratrooper camps, Power Ranger camps. And we know what's happened to the Sikari camp, that the Most High tore that apart. Right? There's nothing really remaining from that, because that was all the Spirit of the Lord. They took the bag. They asked for what they wanted, and the Most High gave them what they wanted. The bag, and He took away the oil from them. So be careful what you ask for. The Most High might just give it to you. And all these other camps that our apostles be talking about, they're going to be torn apart as well. The IUIC, and there's a lot of other alphabet camps too that our elders have been doing videos on them. Right, they're on the fringes, or they're not 100. They're not in GMS. It's not even about GMS. It's about being under Isaiah 91, being under the. You know what? I don't want to butcher it. I've asked you to hold.
I'm holding Malachi 3.
All right. I'm gonna tell you what. Go to, because I don't want to misquote it. Go to Isaiah. Psalms 91 and 1. Because I don't want to misquote it, and then you can go to that one I asked for.
This is Psalms 91 and 1.
Yep.
It says, "He that dwelleth." That's
the word I needed to hear that. That's the one. Go on, Baba Kusha.
Psalms 91 and verse 1. "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty."
Right. So the secret place of the Most High is dwelling in this truth. So if you're in another camp, but you are ultimately of the elect, that's the protection. That's where the protection gonna come from, the Most High. And you don't have to get this one. It's just in the back of my head. Revelations 11 and 1 talks about the temple, where the education program's taking place. And when it talks about measuring it, it's talking about catering for the pupils, which are the elect in the temple, and not to be teaching those outside the temple. So that's the point, because they've got their education program, or they've got their solution. The Most High got a solution for them, which is the only solution that's left is to delete them. As cold and as hard as it may sound, the Most High is about that. He's about deletion.
Oh yeah.
So I asked you to hold a couple of precepts.
I got Malachi 3 and verse 16.
And we don't make up this movie. This is the Most High's movie. We're just the messengers.
This is Malachi 3 and verse 16. "Then they that feared the Lord Yahweh spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him."
And they're in back in the point of the sacred place of the Most High. To be speaking this truth, walking this truth, living this truth is a sacred place of the Most High. 100% truth. That's the sacred place of the Most High. Under the programs, under the order, right, from the elders, our apostles on down, from Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, King David, the 12, our elders and apostles, the 144,000. That's the program. That's the sacred place of the Most High. Lord willing, we appreciate it, and as we opened up speaking about, there's some that hasn't appreciated it.
Oh yeah.
And there's the only solution for those that have already been in, or even if you're half in, there's still time. Most High is about mercy. Get full in, because that it's Jacob's trouble. He's here. So that's
to go all in.
Yeah.
So this is Malachi 3 and verse 16 again. It says, Then they that feared the Lord Yahweh spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it.
Yep.
And a book of remembrance was written.
And
before
when you pray, the same principle applies. When we get together with our brothers, that principle applies. It says where there's 2 or 3 gathered in my name, there is
also.
Yeah, he's there also. He be listening. We'll be edifying each other, in the spirit. You know what I mean? He be listening, and what you do. I thought I was going to be able to not bring up any sports but
spirit, brother.
Can't. But there's a saying, for those that are like elite boxers, right? You do your training, you do your side of the bargain, and he do his side of the bargain. You put your training in. Something that was said by Andre Ward, which his name, there's some truth in his name. Son of God, SOG, which means Son of God. That's his name as a so-called ultra ego. But he is an Israelite. When you look at it correctly, he is an Israelite. That makes him the Son of God. We're sons of God. Yasha Allah.
Cool.
So what we do, any little bit of training we do, and we ain't, none of us are supermen, we're just worms. But any little thing we do, the Most High adds on to it. That's the comforter. John chapters 14 and 26. I tell you what, I know I keep quoting the scriptures, but I don't mind. I want to get the dust. Let's get the dust off of them. Because sons of Yahshua Allah, right, the elect we're talking about, we're just ordinary people. We we have problems. We have wife issues. We have health issues. Brothers got testimonies all day, which we don't have to, it's not that video. But we give them to the Lord. And what the effort that we put in, you do your little video, whatever video you do, the Most High he gonna sprinkle a little bit of angel dust on it. Let me that just come to me. He sprinkled a little bit of angel dust on that. So Tyson, let's say Mike Tyson was an ordinary man, but when he was in that ring, Most High sprinkled a little bit. When he stuck to his training, Most High he blessed him with that training, sprinkled a little bit of power. When you look back at him, and there's another one more example, right? Now he can't pull the trigger for all kinds of reasons, age, father time, not so dedicated. What's another reason why people can't pull the trigger? Woman.
Oh,
fear, just can't pull the trigger because of being not being so dedicated. But when you're dedicated, it's true. The Most High do like a trial.
Of course.
Tell you what, read that again, and then read up to 18.
Yeah.
Please finish it, Baba Kusha.
Yeah. And of course, it's like just one more point as well. Just because you talk about sports as well. Even Apostle Paul mentions sports as well, man. Talking about if you run a race, make sure that you run all. Roughly paraphrasing. He was talking from a athletic standpoint, man. So he was probably into it as well. These are just things that you use for understanding.
Yeah, he used a lot of those metaphors because in those days there was a lot of bread and circuses, even in his time coming up. Around the gladiatorian days, and we are really in the spirit we're gladiators, but you got physical gladiators that he used those metaphors. He that run the race, run that you may finish. In so many words, run so you can finish it. And it's not about winning. In this truth, it's not about winning. In the world, it's about getting gold. Gold and silver and bronze.
Incorruptible crown.
If you make it into the chariot, whether you're beamed up, say it again.
No, because I said incorruptible crown, but that's for the what we're doing. But they're getting the corruptible crown.
Yeah.
The silver, the gold, and whatnot.
So if you get beamed up, Lord willing, that's the goal, right? and it's all up to the Most High anyway. It's about His elect.
Yeah.
But you've won, whether you get beamed up last, whatever, third, and just if you get once you've got up there, and I'm pretty sure brothers have had visions on it. You're gonna once you get in there, doesn't matter if it was upside down, doesn't matter. Anyway, you're gonna get a new body, but you know what I'm saying. There's gonna be water coming out of your eye, tears of joy. Because you got you finished. That's what I'm saying. You finished.
Just a quick one.
Well, let me say that one right. Let me correct myself there. You finish this side, or you finish on this side in this body, but you started. That's when it starts.
But yeah, I mean, Yahushua did say it's finished. So
yeah,
in terms of the main mission,
which
is just overcoming the world, reaching salvation. That part's done. But then when the resting now, of course, the enjoyment. Then we begin.
Yeah, I like. There's a saying. There's a saying. After the work is done, then you have to play.
Work hard, play hard. Or?
I think that's the saying. Once the the hard work is done, now we're gonna have time to enjoy it. Yeah. But anyway,
just on the point again, athleticism. This is 1 Corinthians 9 and verse 24. So of course, related to Paul going to the church of Corinth. And this is what he says. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate," which means you have self-restraint.
That's it.
"In all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible."
Yeah. Something that back to that term, or that term I used, that Andre Ward used. He's SOG, the Son of God, and he's right. It's not even an exaggeration if we say we are sons of God. Israelites are Yashua, sons of God, princes of the power.
Stating facts.
That's facts. And some, whether they like it or not, it's the truth, right? But he said, "I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest." What else did he say? "I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest."
Not skillful.
But he said, he actually said, "But I do train. I work hard. And he was skillful. A lot of it is a mindset anyway. But he was modest, and he said, "I'm not the fastest. I'm not the quickest. I'm not the strongest. But I'm just dedicated." And he hasn't got no else on his record, as you say. He's got the carnal crown, which is a crown that's what they strive for. And he can use that as an example. It's not about the quickest, the fastest, the strongest. It's about being dedicated. Now we're just once again, we're just ordinary people, Lord willing, acceptable to the Most High. We put in our work, and the Most High sprinkles a little bit of blessing on top of it. Because why? Because we need it. We can't do it. It's all of the Spirit of the Lord.
Jacob, thou word.
I'll tell you what. Let that scripture come out, man.
Which one?
The one, John chapters 14 and 20.
Verse 16.
No, John chapters 14 and talking about the Comforter, and 26. Yeah.
26.
This is why the prophets are able to, as you say, accomplish and finish, not because of what we do. Right? We're not the fastest, we're not the quickest, we're not the strongest. We're ordinary men. You might get some of these high learned people. They can read the Bible, if it's a Guinness Book of Records. I've met some Christians. They go, "I can read the Bible back to back, from front to front. I can read it standing on my head." I've met Christians like that. But what about putting it into practice in the heat of battle? What about when your wife? What about when your wife wants to come and do you have you got the restraint? Have you got the scriptural restraint? Have you got the wisdom how to navigate around? Which that's what our elders and our apostles been teaching us. Do you have to always keep running to the falsifier? And I'm not saying don't go when you need to, but any little thing just run. You ain't applying what you're learning, man. any little thing, you're just gonna run to the devil. You see the letter what they sent to me? I read that letter. I know that letter was just folly. If I didn't have no sense, you understand what I'm saying? These nasty, perverted people, man. But we know where we was talking about wisdom, innit?
Oh yeah.
Cry out in the streets, and we complied, and we took heed of it. Go on, man.
Right, this is John 14 and verse 26. But a Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things and bring all things to your remembrance whatsoever I have said unto you.
So that's where the credit goes. While we're still here, you know, whether we was, you know, a lot of us didn't just grow up with wisdom, knowledge and understanding, but while we were still here, it was the Most High had his protection around us, his shield around us, the Comforter. And in future, when we feel like we need it, we ask for it. He will protect us. He would show us the King David said, your word is a light to my foot and a lamp to my roadway, loosely paraphrasing. So we don't take the credit, but we put in the little bit of training, and the Most High, he does the rest for us. Whatever you had.
And I got something as well. The Holy Spirit, you know, Raha Kodash, which quite literally means in the ancient Hebrew, Ha means the, Raha meaning spirit, and Kodash meaning holy, which in other words means the Spirit holy. But of course we say the Holy Spirit. That's just a collection of angels of which surround us, man. Which links to this scripture here. Psalms 34 and verse 7. The angel of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. So of course, you know, it says them that fear him, and also it says and delivereth them. You know, as Job says in you know, he shall save thee from sick. No, I'm just getting. You know, 6 troubles you go through, and then 7 you'll be saved.
And that's also the protection. Psalms 91. That dwelleth in the sacred place of the Most High. Right there, all them precepts they link up with each other, which is the educational program, right? And we're just ordinary people, but yeah, we call upon the Spirit in the heat of battle. When you're driving your car, you see people. Thank the Wada Yobashim Shai, I've had the Most High give me a little break from the driving thing, but when it comes on top, right, the Most High gives you the knowledge to navigate through traffic. You know, I'm talking about driving, but that goes just in general. To be able to navigate through the difficult traffic, and pedestrians that you got drunk pedestrians jumping out in the road now.
Not just that, oblivious ones.
Yeah.
You know, they're not aware of. They don't look left and right.
Yeah, they don't abide by the street codes or the street the green cross code.
They taught us this in school, brothers. Left and right.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you cross the road. I don't know about now though, but back in my day, and I'm a pretty young brother. You know, they taught us, man. You know, these basic things on how to navigate in this world. But
I tell you what, we actually let this get back to Proverbs. See if we can get through it, because it actually goes into the spiritual green cross code that the Most High actually takes. If you need him to take your hand across the road, just like your parents used to, this is what he's talking about here, as far as navigating through life.
So Proverbs 8 and starting from verse 2, it says, she standeth in the top of high places.
That's the Spirit right there. Yep.
By the way, in the places of the paths, she crieth at the gates.
To help you cross the road in the Spirit. Yep.
Of the paths.
Yep. See, that's the Spirit. Yep.
Says she crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the door.
Boy, so let me give just a quick testimony. Just the credit will go to the Most High. When I just take the little bit of time to just, because I'm not you got brothers that just very good with the Hebrew, right? My way of learning. Everybody's got different ways of learning, but there's times when I thought I've worked on that Hebrew. That particular Hebrew, and I thought I forgot it. But next thing I know, I'll be hearing the word that I need to hear in Hebrew.
That's
John chapters 14 and 26. We just read that.
Yeah.
He said that he will give you, the Spirit will come and give you what you in so many words. The Comforter, and basically guide you. Bring back to your memory. That's literally what it says.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
Because that's the angels tapping you, saying that's the word.
That's the word you want. And you put it in. You looked at you've put the effort in. Oh, let me try and see what I can do. I'm not good at other languages, but let me just see. And then the Most High says, all right, yeah, I'm glad you made an effort. All right, I'm gonna make sure you get it now.
Yeah.
Just because of your attitude.
Yeah, and that's an example of having faith of a mustard seed as well. A little thing, by you trying it out, you're showing the Most High, that little faith that you do have.
And I've got some other stories that are they're small, but they at the same time they're giant steps.
And they're meaning. Yeah.
What did Esau say when which he didn't go to the moon? Oh, by the way, there's this program now, Artemis 2, right? And it's all coming out that they never went and they could never have gone, right? Because of the Van Allen belt. It's all coming out now. This is just an example that the Most High going to use this to. Everybody's going to know that they never went nowhere. But what the saying was, one small step for man, one giant step for mankind. If I got it right, when they said which they never went at the Apollo 13, and there was and I'm learning all the time. There was more than one. There was Apollo 11, Apollo 8. And the one in the 80s when the shuttle went up into space, so to speak, supposedly. But they didn't. When I used to watch YouTube, this is supposed to be a short video. Lord willing, we're going to finish through. But this is just in the spirit, right? The shuttle that crashed down. I'll tell you what. Let's just ask a question. I might have did it already, actually. No, I haven't used Google ChatGPT today. Let me wake him up and just give him a little nudge for something here. Let me just, the shuttle, because it's going to tell me, it's going to be diplomatic, but I'm going to tell you what they're not going to tell me.
Go on.
ChatGPT. Hi, chat. Yeah, I just got what was the name of the shuttle? The shuttle that went out of space and it came back down to Earth, crashing down.
I think you're talking about the Space Shuttle Challenger. It launched in 1986 and tragically broke apart just 73 seconds after liftoff. Another one was the Columbia in 2003, which also disintegrated upon re-entry. Both are really somber moments in space history.
Thank you, chat.
You're very welcome. If you have any other questions or just want to talk through something else, I'm here.
Right, just in case you didn't hear, soon I'm going to be able to have my chat on my I'm going to have it on my computer. But if you didn't hear, I'm going to read it. It says, the question was, where were we? Yeah. Go on, you read it. Read it loud for them to hear.
Yeah. All right. So the point was that somewhere here, the two. Yeah, it says, I think you're talking about the Space Shuttle Challenger. It launched in 1986 and tragically broke apart.
Read it loud, a little bit louder, Baba Busha.
It says, this is ChatGPT's response.
My neighbours can't hear them deaf. Don't worry about it.
I think you're talking about the Space Shuttle Challenger. It launched in 1986 and tragically broke apart just 73 seconds after liftoff. It was called the Challenger.
Mm-hmm.
Another one was Columbia in 2003, which also disintegrated upon re-entry. Both are really somber moments in space history.
Yeah, that's the point, because now what chat wouldn't tell us, Chat GPT wouldn't know, because he's just and it gives information. He's not spiritual, and that's all right. But now the story about both of these, the Challengers, the Space Challenger shuttle, right, and the one, the Columbian shuttle, they was pursued by angels. The Esau calls it. They actually call them angels.
What the...
We've got an angel. They call them angels, or they either they call them orbs.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's all about the chariots.
Yeah, Esau.
The so-called UFOs.
They
call them
space
angels.
slang. The space slang. They speak in code.
Okay.
The astronauts. They've got the code names for them. They call them angels. And they saw pursuing the space challenger. It was pursued. It's not on. You can't find it anywhere now. But when I was coming home from Jehovah's Witness about 2012, 2013, I was really interested in all that space stuff and that, the Trek stuff. And they were saying that the astronauts were seeing angels, orbs, keep going past the windows. And this one, and then the last time before everything shut down, because what happened was that everything shut down on the Challenger. All the mechanics shut down and they came crashing down to Earth. The angel shut it all down. He shut it down. I saw it, and they said it. It's a Mayday, 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 and it's like, I used to watch these type of videos, 2013, 2012. They was describing, and they said there's one following us right now, looking out my window. They took all of it since the truth came out, and it's gone. It's crossed over. They had to, and their elders, the way elders was always talking, and brothers too, myself too, they had to take these videos down because it just backs up that what we were saying about the so-called UFOs that are in the Bible, the chariots, they call them UFOs or URPs. It just backs up the Bible. It's true, and the prophets on the high streets, on the highways and the byways, on the corners are right. So you took the videos down to try and hide it. All of those, and that's Obadiah. I tell you what, we're touching on more than one subject, but that's all right. Obadiah, let's hit it. We read it on Saturday. We're going to read it again.
Go on.
Because I don't know what's going to... The most side, the angels, no doubt, the angels are watching this Atlas crew. Oh, yeah. We was watching it a little bit before we've done this video.
Oh, the Artemis.
The Artemis, the Artemis 2 crew. One woman, I think it's about 3 Edomites and 1 Jake. I think it's 5 altogether.
It was 1 Jake, 3 Edomites.
Yeah.
Edomites.
Yeah, so that's for the Artemis crew supposedly have circled the moon and now on their way back down home if they're not already home, as far as I last checked. But don't get it twisted. The angels was watching them just like they was watching all these other the shuttles that they brought them down. Not no what they call it, coincidence or incompetence. Because we're going to read the scripture to say why they were brought down. And get the one that he has appointed their bands that they cannot pass. We read some of these scriptures on Saturday, but
we do.
It's all right. We're going to read them again, and then we're going to get back to the topic at hand, which is actually one of my favourite topics now. There's going to be a whole heap of deletions on the planet. So everybody get ready, bro. If you're a little bit squeamish, you know what squeamish means. We're going to look up the word squeamish after.
A bit irritated or something.
No, we're going to look it up. We're going to find out what it means. I know what it means, but
you can't handle it.
Well, now it's all coming out now. It's like the scriptures are all flowing now. I've got so many. We're going to bring it out, Lord willing, in the power and spirit of the Lord.
Alright, so I've got Obadiah and I've got
is it Job?
Job 14. Let me read this. Just Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
So Artemis 2 crew, if you come back, he's allowed you to come back down to Earth. Remember, there's also he can let you go up there, and then he can mess you up with all kinds of side effects as well. Because there's been testimonies, and a lot of your former astronauts have come back down to Earth with all kinds of disjointed issues, and that's why they don't say it, but that's why a lot of them have to go on the trampoline to climatize their body back down. Because then humans, they said it too, are not supposed to be up there.
That's why the body
not even we know they don't go to the moon, but not even supposed to be above the or even atmospheres for too long.
Yeah, that's a different type of water.
And they said it too. They said it. Oh, we're not. These bodies are meant for Earth. So why don't you listen to yourself? Stay where you're damn supposed to be. Stay upon Earth. He made man for the Earth. Anyway, let me not get too passionate about it.
Right, Job 14 and 5 again. seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Yeah, so even if he allows you to,
got limits.
even if you allow you to go up there just to take a peek, the Most High is beautiful, you know, or let me say the angels, right? The angels are, you know what the angel would do sometime? He would say, all right, you like gold? You like gold, right? I got a whole heap of gold. Come and have a look at it. And you make them greedy devils look at the gold, and they'll be thinking, yeah, I want to get my hands on that. And then they'll say, that's enough. Go back. Get away from me.
Teasing them, basically.
So he let them have a little peek of something that they can't have. See, because who's gonna have it? Who's gonna have it?
Israel.
It's a whole nother video. We spoke about that actually on the Passat 2. Who is preserved all of the riches, and it goes into a lot. You know, it's not that video now, but we touched a little bit on it. I think it was last week as well, and on the Passat, we were talking about the blessings that the Most High has in store for his people. But he'll let them envious people, and we actually said that they're going to envy us.
Oh yeah,
as well.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So that he's letting you know what you can't have. Yep.
So yeah, you cannot pass. Let me read Obadiah.
Yeah, that makes that point. He's letting you know you can't get it, you can't touch it, but I'll let you look at it, because you're a damn devil. You know, look but don't touch. And that's another thing. That's how he frustrates these devils.
Yeah, don't touch. All right, this is let me start from verse 3. So this is Obadiah 1 and 3. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. You know, Esau wasn't made to go up there. He's supposed to dwell at the clefts of the rocks, you know, the mountains or whatnot. It says, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
He just wants to harden. We was talking about this with Captain. Just like what happened with Pharaoh, he's hardening their heart.
Oh yeah.
The Most High, he's behind what he did with Pharaoh. He said, go and talk to him. But I'm going to harden his heart, so he's not going to listen to you. But go and talk to him anyway, because I want him to be hardened and think, yeah, I've got the way of him. I've got the way of Moses, and anytime I want to just deal with Moses, I can. But that was all to just harden his heart, thinking that it's my way or the highway. No, it was the Most High's way, and you had to comply, because he showed you. He showed you something that you couldn't have, and you had it for a little while when he took it away from you. Most High be getting down like that, man. He's the best chess player. Yep.
Right, so it says in verse 3, the pride of thine heart, Obadiah 1 and 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith...
How do you think all these astronauts get... What's the other one? The satellites. Most High's allowing them to stay up there. He's keeping them up there. He's in control of the atmosphere. What's
to make them float.
Come on.
You know, because of course, you know, just like the way the angels shut down, you know, them old
the Challenger shuttles.
The Columbia.
He shut them down. Yeah, the angel shut them down.
He will probably call it like some kind of an EMP attack or something. Yeah, it can, but it's spiritually instituted or spiritually initiated. You know, in order to shut down the machines. The same way the satellites, you can just do it where it's like, you know, within a moment, everything drops. No internet, you can't call from your phone. You know, because all of that, all the wireless connections are based upon, you know, those satellites up there. So if those shut down, we're going back to how we did things in the ancient way, man. In terms of communicating and whatnot.
Their logic, because up to this day, because they're not spiritual, they're scientific, so-called logical and scientific, so to speak. But really, they're the damn fools. They're the base men, right? That's why they put things to logic and science when it's not. But anyway, they say that there was a hole in one of the in some part of the shuttle. There was a hole, and because there was a hole, they say it just got bigger and bigger. But even if it was just a hole, the angel could have just...
you know.
The angel made a hole in it.
Use some fire.
That's all he needs to do.
Melt the shuttle with a hole.
Just to bring your whole shuttle down and all the crew. You know, I remember watching that. I remember where I was as well. I was watching that. I wasn't sad, bro.
You are
As young as I was, I was not sad. So
that's the spirit from a young age.
People were sad. Oh, look at that. People around me. What's going on? They was like, it's the end of the world. We ain't gonna get to be able to go there no more. It wasn't the end of the world. It was the beginning. The most. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the scripture says what it was. Go on. It was the beginning.
Says, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And Most High brought him down to the ground.
It was the beginning, because that is the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Because when did it start? The Apollo 13, they say, it was around 1972, 71, 72. And then you had others, 2008. But it was the beginning of them coming down to the ground. Apollo 11 as well. The module which had the eagle on it. I've done a video on that. The representation, the badge that they had on that module, Apollo 11, was an image of an eagle, which backs up what we just read. We don't have to get. There's a lot more on. We can get into, like Isaiah 14 goes into them coming down too. Yeah. But that's it. And Ezekiel 28 about how they're wiser than Daniel, and they see themselves as majestic and high and godly. But you're not a god.
Nope.
You're as a matter of fact, the real gods. I'll leave it and we go on to the next topic. The real gods are in the making. You know what I mean? Psalm 6? We ain't got that for a little while. Psalm 6 and 2 or Psalms 4 and 2?
You are gods? Yeah,
you are gods.
Psalms 82.
The real gods are, right now, you wouldn't even, you know. And it's alright, we're just worms. Everything's of the Most High.
Yep. Psalms 82 and verse 6, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Yeah, S-O-G. You're right about that. You're right about that. You was right. And sons of God. That's what we are. Yasha Allah. Yeah. Yah, He, Shah, Prince, Allah, power. And you got it right. And we say it humbly. Yeah. We're in the making because of what we've been. There's no other nation that's been through what we've been through. That's Daniel chapters 9 and 12. So when he restores us, which is a gift anyway, we're gonna have the understanding of the left hand side and the right hand side of what our elders said. Our elders that taught us, and that's what makes you even a better, a good judge.
You know both sides,
which goes back into being a god.
Right. This is Obadiah 1 and verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, I was talking about the space stations, and Esau trying to make space hotels, up there. The Most High is going to cast all of that down. Now it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. And it says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Yeah. Would they?
Just finish off and then we get back to Proverbs 8.
Yeah, it says, would they not have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? And of course, that's Esau's greed.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough of that. That's all we wanted. So, they went and they took a little spin. The Artemis crew, they took a little spin around the globe, and they glory in it, which is all of them. When man's going as of the Lord, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. But now, even if they come down, Most High can have a delayed reaction anyway. He's got everything under his control. Because you're going places where you're not supposed to. I said it in one of my previous videos. Everywhere you're not supposed to go, you want to go. And where you even when you had Petra and Mount Seir, that wasn't even your land. That was given to you. But when the land, what you're gonna get in the kingdom is where you're gonna have to be in the pits. That's gonna be allotted to you, the caves and the pits, and you're only gonna come out and nothing's gonna be on your terms. So, hence you was brought down, and what's lower than being on the cotton fields working for your enemy? What's lower than that, being a slave? Most High brought you down well and truly. Let's get back to, see if we can finish and get to the point. Back to the topic of the best educational programs. And when I say the 2/3, it's not just the 2/3. It's for the wicked. It's for the devil. It's for the Goyim nations. And when you see these deletions that take place over there with the smile at people, them, and also in Iran and in the Gulf, Persian Gulf, when I remember elders used to say this, and I might start getting back into it. You can have a little drink.
Celebrate.
Brothers, we get together. We have our little drinks and stuff, and we have a little we drink and we can. When we start seeing these deletions, it's a good thing.
Oh boy.
Elders used to say that you can have a drink about it because they had us. They're the same ones that had us. They had us under their under
their hands.
Likewise, they still got us now in their possession. So that's what the Most High promised, and we ain't got that scripture yet. But let's finish here and then let's finish. Read. We read 3 already. Read 4 and 5, and then jump down to. We're gonna start finishing off now. Then jump down to 34.
Right, this is Proverbs 8 and verse 4. It says, "Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man."
So now's the time, as we was talking about that, the sirens are going out. So when you start to get deleted now, I've been watching every now and then, Kevin Samuels be coming up on my stream and stuff. And these ninja women, man, you really made your bed, man. You ninja women, Big Shirley. Some of them ain't all ugly, some of them may look pretty, but you made your bed, man. So you're a part of the 2/3, and it's talking to you too. They're the best solution for you. It doesn't matter how pretty you may look.
It don't matter.
If you ain't getting in order, Mosai's got you on his program too, the deletion program. And it's all right because that's how it's the Mosai's movie, and you're gonna come back. That was the solution. That was the best solution for you. You come back in your right mind, wanting to be with a man and be right and be right with him, and serve him, because that's why you are here. That's why a lot of you ain't happy, because you're not in order and you're not serving a man. You're serving the devil, your enemy, Satan, and you're looking out for yourself. We're thinking that the educational of this world is gonna and job and career put it before a man. That's why a lot of you ain't happy. And even if you get with a man, because of your you ain't got your priorities right, you ain't gonna work. Anyway, so you're on the program of deletion too, and the sisters that are doing what you're trying hard, we ain't talking to you. The ones that are trying and putting in the work and doing what they do, looking after their man and that are in order, it don't apply to you. You're trying, and as we are trying too. It's not about being perfect, it's about trying. Yep.
So Proverbs 8 and verse 5, "O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart."
Yeah, you see that word "fool" come up again, because you've been warned, and that's all. We were fools. Right, all of us were lost, wandering around. You know what I mean? We didn't. If you ain't got this truth, as a matter of fact, just read the scripture here, 33, and then read to 36, and that's really the point.
This is Proverbs 8, verse 33. "Hear instruction, and be wise, and refuse it not."
It says it too. Even a fool can be wise.
If he holds his tongue, or withholds himself from speaking.
See. So we were fools because we didn't have the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, and if you haven't got those things, you are basically living. You're lost. You're like a ship without a sail. Everybody needs, as it's talking about here, the instructions. Carry on.
Yeah. It says, verse 34, Proverbs 8 and 34, "Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors."
Yeah, it says blessed. See, we're gonna finish after this. Anything you got after, you can bring it out. Yeah.
It says, "For whoso findeth me findeth life,
and
shall obtain favor of the Lord." Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
So if you find this truth and you're in it, you're keeping your medicine strong. You found something there. It's life. When you was in the world, you was in death. It was a death style. This is a lifestyle. You're on the road. Let me just say that. It hasn't, he that endures to the end, we've got to keep stressing that it's a fight, and we're not going to go on no cruise control just because now. That's why some people they end up, once going backwards because they get into that cruise control habit. No, the scripture says to make our calling more and more and more. Do our diligence. Do our diligence to make our calling more sure. Don't go get it.
Yeah.
That could be we can go into that.
Give diligence to make that calling.
Give diligence to make our calling sure. You was saying it right, bro.
Go on. My mind.
That's the point. Yeah. That's the point. We not. It's not about being in cruise control. It's about giving diligence to the best of our ability
to make that calling and election
sure. And when you fall, because you will, because you're in these chains of darkness, the righteous man falls 7 times. Get back up again.
Get back up, man.
Just like when you
Rocky. That's what came into my head, man. After watching all those movies,
it's so good, bro. It's so
get
good
back up. There is no tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm playing.
I like to use a lot of the those analogies too. The sports analogies because they're very you could relate to them. Yeah.
So this is verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
So that's really the point. We just wanted to hit that, put that vibration out there. And the elect are children, Yahshua Allah, the Prince of the Power, and we're about life, man. And this is a life program, a lifestyle. But those that don't love the Most High or even try,
they love death.
So the only solution for the wicked, right, including the 2/3, that's the best solution for them. But the elect, they will come back right again.
Yeah.
Close that, Baba.
So it's as though you found it edifying and exhorting. As we say, Kal Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash. Once more, double honors to the great apostles and the elder bishops. And Shalom. On to the next one.